It is time for the morning announcements. My name is Sophia Palizzi with the information that is important to you. Today is Wednesday, December 13th, 2017. Day 2 of Hanukkah and Day 3 of the week begins with the good shout to rooftops that it is Hump Day. How has this week been for all of you Trojans out there? Do you have any teeth-chattering stories you have started sharing? We hope the bitter cold has not left you feeling cold at heart. Share your festive cheer and in and out of the classroom. Next up, did you know yesterday was a holiday? Yesterday marks the beginning of the 8-day holiday known as Hanukkah. This Jewish holiday is filled with tons of fun and excitement, but let's watch a short clip with more information. Take a look.
Every winter, Jewish families gather to light a branched candelabra called a menorah. For 8 nights, they celebrate their families and celebrate their faith. The holiday is called Hanukkah, also known as the Festival of Lights. When we think of Hanukkah, we think of the menorah. Its 8 flames burn in testament to a glorious victory that took place over 2,000 years ago. Around 200 BC, the Jewish people in Jerusalem were living under Egyptian rule, though they remained largely free to work and worship in accordance with their customs. Then, in 175 BC, Antiochus IV Epiphanes ascended to the Syrian throne, invaded Egypt, and desecrated Jerusalem. In an attempt to assimilate the Judean people, Antiochus forced them to worship Greek gods and outlawed Judaism, banning all Jewish rituals upon threat of death. The ultimate insult came in 168 BC, when Antiochus seized the Jewish Holy Temple in Jerusalem and dedicated it to the worship of Greek god Zeus. For a Jewish high priest named Mattathias, it was time to take a stand. Together with his 5 sons, Mattathias sparked a revolt, pitting the desperate Jewish faithful against vastly superior Syrian armies. The battle raged for 3 years. Against improbable odds, the Jewish uprising, led by Mattathias' son, Judah Maccabee, emerged victorious. Judah Maccabee and his small army of soldiers recaptured Jerusalem in 165 BC and liberated the Holy Temple. According to the Talmud, the Jewish high priests eagerly prepared to light the ceremonial menorah, the eternal flame which would rededicate the desecrated temple to the glory of God. But they found that the Syrians had defiled all but a small flask of oil. It was enough to light the menorah, but for a single night. Hours turned to days, and miraculously, the menorah burned on until 8 nights had passed and more oil could be produced. It was time for Hanukkah, Hebrew for dedication. Against all odds, the menorah had not been extinguished, and so the flames of the branched menorah are a potent symbol of the Jews' indomitable faith. The menorah holds 9 candles, with the center candle used to light 1 candle on each of the 8 nights of Hanukkah. During Hanukkah, children play a game with a dreidel, a 4-sided spinning top with a Hebrew character on each of its faces. It is thought that the dreidel began during the reign of King Antiochus, when Jews secretly gathered to study the Torah. If soldiers arrived, the Jews could pretend to be gambling. Jewish adults also give small sums of money, or gelt, to children during the holiday. And though not traditionally a holiday for gifts, Hanukkah's proximity to Christmas on the calendar has made it customary to exchange gifts on one or all of the 8 nights. For Jews around the world, Hanukkah is a time to reflect on the strength and spiritual resolve of the Jewish people. It is a celebration of triumph over religious persecution and of a miracle that kept a menorah lit for 8 nights.
Here's today's lunch menu. Cheesy garlic flatbread and marinara. 6th grade students, if you are coming in from recess through the 6th grade commons door, please do not bring leaves in with you. This causes a mess that no one should have to clean. Next up for our favorite segment, Wellness Wednesday. Take a look at some wonderful news about your health.
Nice job, Ninja Peeler 6000. This doesn't look good. What's the matter, kiddo? Stomach bothering you?
Fast Food Freddy was giving out candy apples.
Do you mean whole apples with a hard candy coating?
Well, no, not exactly. More like candy lollipops shaped like apples.
Lunch lab, let's see what's on Belly Vision. You just stand here and then I'll ask you how many candy apple lollipops you had.
Just a few, only 2 or 3.
Now, Avril, I'm afraid you've eaten way too many sugary treats, and now you're suffering from something we scientists call a tummy ache. Mixie Bot, some of my Cinnahoney apples, please.
Sure thing, Professor. Coming right up.
Real apples have complex carbohydrates, much better for you than the simple carbs found in lollipops and candy.
What's a simple carbo, what'd you call it?
Oh, simple carbohydrate. Good question, Henry. Taxi!
Easy, Professor. I'm microscopic, but I ain't deaf.
Sorry about that, Sally. Can you take us to meet a couple of carbohydrates?
Carbohydrates? Oh, sure. There's a couple 2 veins down on the left. All right, let's go. You see, Avril, when you ate all those candy apple lollipops, you got a big dose of simple sugary carbohydrates. They're found in things like junk food and candy. Your body, you don't know what to do with all this sugar. What your body really wanted was complex carbohydrates. They're found in good stuff like fruits and vegetables. This is our stop. Guys, I'd like you to meet Karen, the complex carbohydrate. So what you up to?
Well, we've got an important math test today, so I'm busy giving the body and the brain the energy it needs to focus.
We'll let you get back to work. Good luck and thanks. Over here we have Simon, the simple carb.
Hello.
Carbs like Simon here are what you might find in soda and candy. So Simon, what do you do exactly?
Not much. Mostly I've just been standing around. I like to whistle.
Okay. So I guess simple carbs don't really help out the body too much.
Nope. But I'm getting turned into fat real soon anyway. That's what happens to unused sugars and simple carbs. Oh, see? We'll see you around, Sully.
There you have it, kids. Complex carbs beat simple sugars every time.
I'll say. Wink.
Bye, Karen.
Thanks, Sully.
The Cinnahoney apples are ready. Try one. They're full of complex carbohydrates.
Thanks, Mixie.
Heck yeah! How about some more candy apple lollipoppers? Half price!
Nah, I think I'm gonna eat real fruit from now on, Freddy.
Well then, how about a nice banana? A banana candy sugar bomb lollipopper!
No, thanks. We'll stick to our Cinnahoney apples.
Sorry, Freddy. I guess these kids like a little more fruit in their fruit. Oh, Professor Busy. Hit it, Freezer Burn.
The end.
That is all we have for today. Tune in tomorrow for more news and updates. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.